loves, and welcome to another video. I am super stoked about this one because it is the very first in my series of how to Instagram vids. Doing lots of pointing today, that's my thing now. If at any point you want to check out my feed and see what I'm on about, you can just jump on your app, type in Love Chloe Jane and Alakazam. It me. I'll also drop the link in this video's description just in case you're as lazy as I am, and just like that, we are sorted. Quick bit of background because I know you're like, who is this small, strange human telling me how to do Instagram? I have been a blogger and content creator for about 3 years now. It is so much fun, it is actually ridiculous. And Instagram's been one of the main platforms that I've used for that. I also own a little business that specializes in copywriting, content creation, and most relevant, social strategy. I manage about 20 different Instagram accounts across Australia and the world. Life's pretty good. You know, I've kind of picked up some stuff along the way. Okay, enough of that. Today's video is going to be covering the question that I get asked the most. I'm talking DMs on the daily. How do you get your feed to look so good? Firstly, thank you so much for asking. I can confirm that it's not just a matter of snapping a photo, chucking it up, and waiting for the likes to roll in, especially with this algorithm bizzo. Am I right? One of my specialties has become the CJC Instagram transformation. That's where I take existing feeds, untangle them, smooth them out, and make them look beautiful. Why does this matter though? Because when you're looking at a sunset, you might first take notice of one part of it and be like, oh, that is insane. But when you step back and you notice the whole thing and you see colors blending together, you look at the light on the water and you check out the clouds, that's when it is just something else. Like really unreal. And your feed as a whole is the sunset. And trust me, people are looking at it. Anyway, I've decided to put together 5 short, sharp, shiny tips to help you put together an Instagram feed that truly reflects you, or your blog, or your business, or your pet dog, or whatever. Number 1, pick a color theme. If you have a little stalk of your favorite pages, chances are they're gonna have kind of the same color palette running through most or all of their photos. Mine is kind of light and colorful, and I feature a lot of turquoise and pink and then purple and green too. It's really aesthetically pleasing to have the same colors running through every post. It's a real feel, a real vibe, you know? Some other really great examples of this color thing are blue on blue on blue, peaches and cream, beigey sort of warm tones, or muted desaturated colors. Like you can see here, the most popular combination is orange and teal. And if I understand correctly, that's because scientifically, that's what makes your eyes the happiest. Looks great, right? Number 2, edit your photos. Edit your photos. Edit your photos. Edit your photos. I'm not gonna get too deep here because I'm gonna do a whole video and maybe even a whole series on this exact point because there is so much to cover. But I'll lay down the basics. Everyone whose Instagram that you like, edit their photos. I don't mean like making themselves skinnier or getting rid of their pimples, although maybe, I don't know. I mean like color correcting and HSL adjustment and adding grain or sharpness or whatever. The very, very basics, the most elementary editing skill that can make, in my opinion, a real difference to your photos is your brightness and your saturation. If you don't know how to do anything else yet, that is fine. We have all been there. So let's start with these 2. Make a decision and stick with it. What do you want your feed to look like? If you choose like bright and a little bit desaturated and you bring up the brightness and down the saturation a tad on all of your photos, they're gonna have a little something something in common. The thing is though, when you choose, it is, and I'm gonna say it again, so important to stick with it. Because if you drop in a dark, moody shot, it's just not gonna look good. The same thing goes for if you choose really mysterious, monochromatic tones, and then you drop in something bright and super saturated, like bright pink fairy floss on a Ferris wheel. Try saying that 3 times fast. Save those pictures for Facebook. Numero 3, and probably the most important, but I might come up with more gold as I go, so keep watching. Use a scheduling app. I've tried most of them in my time, but I keep coming back to Preview. This isn't paid, it's not sponsored, I just really like it. It's super user-friendly, and my favorite thing about it is the ability to swap photos rather than just slotting them in. Basically, I'll have a bunch of content, like the photos I took in Bali, and I'm obviously not gonna post all of the photos on the same day. So I can lay it all out and see how it looks before I go. It means I don't post photos and then think they look silly in with the rest and then delete them. It just saves all of that. I know that it's called Instagram, but please realize that pretty much no one live posts anymore. That's why stories exist now. pre-planning is an absolute game changer. Number 4, avoid stacking your posts. This one I share with clients all the time. Basically, you don't want too many posts of the same sort clumped together because it can be a bit distracting. That means try to avoid 3 or 4 pictures of the same sort of tones, unless that's what you're going for, all sitting together, and try to avoid the same subject all smushed up too. A really common one for this is when you use quotes in your feed. All that negative space makes that area stand out more than anything else. It just naturally draws the eye. It would look way better if they were all separated and scattered around your page. Make sure you separate similar posts either by posting them 2 photos apart, 4 photos apart, or more. Number 5. This is a little bit anecdotal, but I find that I'm drawn to pages that have interesting stuff happening on them. Think action poses, candid shots, and photos that tell a story. It is such a visual medium, so you do need to rely first and foremost on your photos to do that. They don't all have to be about the same thing, but I feel like having a consistent message, whether that's travel or food or partying or business or again, your dog, is really settling and it just looks and feels good. Okay, I reckon that's it. Let me sneak in a couple of teeny tiny bonus tips because I can't help but be a little bit extra all the time. Make your bio layout look snazzy by using either spaces or emojis to separate your points. Make up some little highlight covers in Canva or on your phone. I use an app called Over for mine. Pick a good profile picture. I know it's only this big, but it's a lot of people's first impressions of you and your page. Please don't use borders. Instagram now lets you upload pictures in 4x5 if you really hate uploading photos in a square format. Borders look messy AF. Don't feel like you need to run out and grab the world's best camera for your Instagram shots. Seriously, Instagram decreases the quality so much, it is not worth it. And have fun. It should be fun. It should be challenging and exciting and fun. If you redo your feed according to this list, make sure that you tag me so that I can suss it out and share with the world just how clever you are. Mwah! Have a beautiful day. I will speak to you very soon. Bye.